card and a debit card. "Run a comb through your hair," Nia said.
"Are you serious?"
"Look in the mirror, girlfriend." Jillian rolled her eyes, but shuffled into the first-floor powder room squeezed between the kitchen and her office in the old Victorian home. Surrounding the green eyes that matched her Irish father's was the mass of black hair that was her Italian mother's legacy, and truth be told, most days Jillian did little to manage it. If she had a video call scheduled with a client, she made sure to tame it and put on a business-appropriate top. Otherwise, she was a wholehearted proponent of working in comfort. Her long-sleeved red t-shirt showed no evidence of breakfast droppings, and her favorite, lightweight, hooded blue sweater had been through the wash just 2 days ago, so she deemed herself presentable for an October Thursday. For now, she found a hairband in the cabinet over the sink, gathered her hair at the base of her neck, grabbed her phone and keys off her desk, and returned to the kitchen.
"So you hired her," Jillian said. "That's what you said when you accused me of not listening."
"Well, there you go." Nia's wide-set gray eyes lifted in surprise, and she swung her long brown braid over her shoulder. "I did, in fact, hire her."
"Even though you know nothing about her?"
"I know I need help at the inn, and she needs a job."
"I suppose there's something algebraic about the way that equation settles out."
They left through the door on the side of the house that served as its main entrance, and Jillian pulled it shut. Once, the home had been a double cottage, 2 residences sharing a center wall with mirroring floor plans. The other side of the house, just outside Jillian's office, had a similar, though less ornate entrance and porch, where she sometimes worked while enjoying fresh air and mountain views. A previous owner had opened up the center of the house, making it spacious for one family. Jillian's parents fell in love with the place when she was a toddler, and her mother turned it into a nest of love. For the last 14 years, only Jillian and her father lived in the nest. She made sure the door locked, just as her mother always had, tugging it toward her twice for good measure. Anyone who thinks you ever get over losing someone you love, or who loves you, from this world, even into the arms of Jesus, is deluded. Jillian had decided that when she was 14, and so far, nothing had changed her mind. She glanced over her shoulder at the mountains. Situated nearly at the end of Main Street, before it angled to join the old highway headed west, the house had nearly unimpeded views of the canyon that spoiled her for living anywhere else. The home's gray-blue color, with white trim and rusty red accents, had been her mother's choice, and when it needed repainting a couple of years ago, Jillian and her dad didn't even discuss altering the color scheme. They'd never erase this mark of her presence. Jillian and Nia walked toward downtown Canyon Mines, a community that stretched along the roadway that, in its rough form, had carried 19th century gold and silver prospectors to the region, and now, in its modern highway iteration, brought tourists, many on their way into the Rockies for skiing, mountain climbing, hiking, camping, or family day outings. "You're very analytical, you know that?" Nia set a vigorous clip for someone so short. Jillian matched Nia's progress with fewer strides of her longer legs and laughed. "I've been told, but I make a decent living because of it." "You know how much I depended on Carlotta. I hated to lose her, but she had to go look after her mother, and she's not coming back." "You're sure?" "She called 4 days ago. The move is permanent." "I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't get to say goodbye. I'd like to have an address where I can send a note." "I'll give it to you." They took a few steps in silence. "I can't manage on my own," Nia said. "I've tried, with Carlotta gone. I just can't find the rhythms. Leo helps, but when he has a big job of his own, it's hard to juggle everything. I'm exhausted every day." "The inn is at capacity every weekend and often during the week," Jillian said. "Obviously you should hire help." "I haven't even had time to place an ad or ask around town for someone.